Okay, so I'm Armando and I represent the group of gyms in Kempton. It's Family Fitness, Norcom, Avian and Brentwood. And the reason why I'm doing this little podcast today is because I noticed a trend in the gym industry, well in all three of my clubs actually. I've noticed that there's more and more of the father and son training together. What we've always had is like two buddies, training partners, train 5 o'clock every day or 4 in the morning. We've had husband and wife, and we've had lady friends coming in, and that's great, but I now see more and more the father and son. I want to introduce you quickly to Francois and what's your
Simeon.
Simeon. Francois, I wanted to ask you something. I remember the first day you came to join the gym. I think it was about a year ago, wasn't it?
It's about a year and a half ago, yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, and I remember you joined the gym together, didn't you? That is my memory correct.
Yeah.
What was the catalyst at the time when you wanted to join? What was the moment when the two of you decided we're going? Was it his idea? Was it your idea as the dad? What actually happened?
If I can recall, Simeon said, Dad, I think it's now time for me to join a gym. And because eventually he wants to become a pilot, and his only sport at school is shooting. So to get some physical momentum, we thought, and I've jumped before, we would like to have some time together in the gym. And secondly, it's for his well-being and building our communication and trust relationship, because we've got a very, I'm lucky to have a good relationship with my son, and it only got better since we gym.
Do you think, as a dad, I mean, you're training with your Lati, it's magnificent for me to see that always, Do you think that when you have this kind of a relationship, that if anything ever crosses his path as a young man, let's say he's at a house party somewhere and there's a couple of lines of cocaine or the guys are doing whatever they're doing, with this relationship that you have with your Lati, do you think he'll think to himself, I don't want to disappoint my dad because you have this relationship, compared to, say, for example, you had no relationship with him. You went out drinking all night, he goes into his bedroom, he plays PlayStation, and this is the life that you now follow. And then one day when he's now confronted with all this nonsense, that it escapes his mind that he actually has a dad that loves him. Do you think that will play a major part in the decisions that he actually makes?
Oh, definitely. I think we've got a trust relationship, and we try to keep that in good standard. And we're good friends. For me, that's important, and I've got no doubt that, and I've told that to my son, that it doesn't matter what happens in his life, I'm there for him in the first instance. And he therefore looks up to me, and we look after each other. And it's funny enough, he says I'm his wingman, and I'd say to him, he's my wingman. The wife doesn't always understand that, but I think that's how it should be. There's nothing we hide from each other, and we respect each other for who we are, and
I don't think kids realize. I don't think our sons realize the tremendous amount of stress we as fathers have about their well-being. When, that was interesting, they were saying the other day that you only have like a 20% or 30% influence on your child. The other 70% comes from when he's outside in the nightclub with his friends at the soccer field, whatever they are doing, those friends are now influencing the kid. And we only have 30%. And so while he's in the house, we say, okay, he's here, he's cool, he's not going to jail, he's not doing anything silly. And then our stress starts when the Oak now leaves. When he gets into his car and he says, I'm going out with my mates. And you're like, yes, I hope this Oak's going to make the right decision. But now you guys are training together in the gym. I want to know, has it helped the relationship? And if it's helped the relationship, in which way has it? Encouragement or discipline? Which one what would you say is?
Yeah, I think the first one is, it's quality time together. So you've got a time to bond or bond better. And then secondly, communication. I mean, we make jokes and we laughed. And, it also puts a bit of also accountability if we know now that we have to come Tuesdays and or Thursdays. That's definitely on our roster. And so there's a bit of accountability and trust. I mean, and for me the best thing is the moment we leave here. We hug each other, and I say to my son, it was special and it was great. I mean, that's the type of relationship I've got with my son. So every time we together in the gym and we leave here, we build memories, and it's very special for us. It's one thing I will cherish always in my life, and I think it shows my son my character and how I deal with certain things and friends and on a social basis, and it will definitely, it adds value to our life. I'm so grateful and for you and the gym.
You talk like that, eh? So you the dad now that comes to the gym, you work out, it takes discipline.
Yeah.
And he sees that.
Yeah.
Now, what would have happened if you were the dad that now goes to the pub tonight and you tell the light he's 15 or 16, you say, okay, you wait in the car now for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have a couple of drinks, and then after 6 whiskeys, 2 Jägermeisters, and 15 cigarettes, you get in the car. Now you drive home, you get home, you pass out for maybe 20, 30. What has he learnt?
Yeah.
And I think this whole monkey see, monkey do is a real thing, because they say that you can almost say anything to a child, that the words go one ear out the other one.
Yes.
But in your actions, in what you do, whether it's a road rage incident, work, how you react to everything and what you do is where they learn,
100%. I fully agree with you. And that is how it works. I try to lead by example. And what I've realized now is that's also taken over his part of his life, in that whatever he does, he was now chosen to be shooting for Ekurhuleni at SA's. He's made a band, and all that is discipline and it's effort. But
here's the question: do you go with him when he shoots?
I do.
So
I do to go to the band practices. So what you've said is totally true. I mean, if you go to the pub, then he should be with you in the pub. If if you follow that type of principle. But if I try and for me, it's quality time. It's a privilege and an honor to be with my son. I know it's not maybe always nice for teenagers, but what I realize is it's very important. This life is tough, and they need that bit of a hand on the shoulder, and I'm here for you. Even you pick up quickly if you must sit in the car the evening, or that he wants his space more, but he knows. Although I'm sitting in the car, he's got my telephone number. I'll do anything I can to assist him, and that's one. And most of that I learned from Jimmy, in the gym.
Are you guys competitive when you're training, or is there a bit of banter between the two of you, or is it just sort of just easy going?
Oh, we're quite easy going. What I pick up from Simeon is that he's getting tougher, and he's building muscles. He's getting stronger. So for me, firstly, I enjoy it. That my son can pick up heavier weights than me. And then secondly, it pushes me a bit forward. It's a bit of a competition, or he rows better than what I do. And then he says that you can't row 2 minutes, you must row 5 minutes. So we have fun. There's certain things we have fun, but we'd like to take it casual. That's my nature, and I think that's Simeon's nature as well.
I was chatting to a father and son the other day, and the dad was saying, I said, how's it going, you and your dad, or to you and your son training together? And you know what the old man says? He goes, some point in the workout, the guy becomes vulnerable and he starts talking to him about shit he shouldn't be talking. And then he starts exposing all his stuff that he's doing, which I think was great.
Oh, that's
You know, because
super,
of that relationship that they're building, you know.
That's super, yeah.
No, look, I think it's wonderful what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I think stick to it.
Yeah.
And if you're not bonding through gym, you're doing it through shooting in the band.
Yeah.
You might want to bond through paddle. You
Yeah.
might want to bond through church, whichever way that it is.
Yeah.
What I like about this
Yeah.
is that if you train most people train 5 days a week.
Yes.
You bond every day.
Yeah.
As opposed to other people say, well, I'm going to bond with my kid when he plays cricket, which is
Yeah.
only Saturdays.
Right.
There's 6 other days that they're not bond. They're at home,
Yeah.
but the kid is in the bedroom. And of course he must be in the bedroom to have his personal space. But I do think doing physical stuff 4 or 5 times a week is important for this relationship, so that when the shit does hit the fan, you know about it. Or the shit doesn't hit the fan because he's got a conscience. He goes, I don't want to let my old man down.
Yeah.
I'm seeing my dad tonight, so I can't come home all hungover and after effects of drugs or whatever he did, you know.
No.
So he'll have that conscience, and I think that's why the relationship is important.
Yeah, from my side, you know, I think, but thank you in the first instance for you and taking that stance and trying to nurture the father-son, you know, gymming together, because it's very important. If I had the opportunity, I would definitely tell a father and son to make effort and time to come and gym together, because it's not only for your well-being, but you know, the enhancement in your relationship and the betterment of your relationship is the ultimate anyway.
Yeah.
But thank you, Armando.
Man, it's a pleasure. I must tell you something. I think father-son, father-daughter, mother-daughter, those relations are so important these days, especially in the world today. On every street corner there's a drug, there's a con artist, there's a corrupt this person and so on. And they need all the help that they can get. We're not living in the 60s anymore. It's now really, really
tough times.
The young men need the kings in their life, and you know, the princes, they need the king. It's just how it is. As a backstop, you know, always, which doesn't give them the go-ahead to make shit somewhere and say my dad is here. That's not the point. The point is, before he makes shit, he goes, I don't want to disappoint my dad. I don't want to let my old man down, so I'm not going to do this nonsense. I got to see him just now, you know.
You 100%.
But listen, what you're doing with your old man is fantastic, eh? Don't ever stop, eh? Be like that with your dad always. If your dad wanders off, you pull him back this way, okay? But I don't see that ever happening. Juancho, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you to you.